Donald Trump is playing pretend again, saying he's the one to take on China. They can't wait. They know who Donald Trump is. Weak, corrupt, ridiculed. China beats him every time. No matter what he says, China's got his number. Trump even begged Chinese leader Xi to help him win re-election. Like a dog. Trade negotiations? China won. Trump's tariffs? They laughed as Trump hit American families with higher taxes. Trump's trade war? Farms and small businesses went bankrupt. China's military? Expanding without American leadership in the region. President Xi? Trump rolls over for China's president every time. Is it Ivanka's secret deals in China? Is it the $250 million debt Trump owed the Bank of China? It doesn't matter, because when it comes to Trump, China can't lose. The Lincoln Project is responsible for the content of this advertising.
And let me begin by wishing you a beautiful look.
There's one thing people who've known Donald Trump for a long time all say. He's not the same person he was.
And then they announced there was no buys. No. Democrats decided to shield and shelter criminal. Look.
The worry that I have is that maybe he's having small strokes.
Sometimes he simply can't speak.
Really enormous.
What must be going on in his mind?
I hope they now go and take a look at the oranges of the investigation. The oranges, how it started.
No one wishes ill health on the president, but a country needs a leader to be there.
God bless the United States.
A leader who's all there.
The moment has come to deal with the denial of the promise of this nation, made to so many. Because if it weren't clear before, it's clear now. This country wasn't built by Wall Street bankers and CEOs. It was built by the great American middle class. Healthcare workers, docs, nurses, delivery truck drivers, grocery store workers. You know, we've come up with a new phrase for them. Essential workers. We need to do more than praise them. We need to pay them. As president, it's my commitment to all of you to lead on these issues and to listen. For that's what the presidency is. The duty to care. To care for all of us. Not just those who vote for us, but all of us. This job is not about me. It's about you. It's about us. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
First look at the new ad from the Biden campaign. It is a $15 million ad buy, the first ad buy of the general election, airing in 6 states that Donald Trump carried in 2016: Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, North Carolina, Florida, and Arizona.
And you'll notice, Willie, again, as we said earlier this week, what the Biden campaign is doing is moving away from the Donald Trump is a bad man. Donald Trump is a liar. Donald Trump hangs out with porn stars. Donald Trump pays them off and violates this. Donald Trump steals money from that. So, Donald Trump says terrible things about women. It's what the Hillary Clinton campaign team tried to do in 2016. And Americans, at least enough to get him elected in the states where he got elected, said, okay, he's a bad man. Maybe we need a bad man. Even Trump's people are now putting out advertisements, say, yeah, he's a bad guy. Yeah, you don't like him, but maybe you need a bad guy right now. Biden is bringing it home. Biden is talking about jobs. Biden is talking about health care. Biden is talking about Trump's tax cuts for billionaires. Biden is talking about the millions and millions of people that Donald Trump has left behind. That seems to be a far more effective approach than saying what even Trump's own people are saying, which is Donald Trump's a bad guy.
Yeah, I think most people would agree that we have established as a nation who Donald Trump is, and the Biden campaign spent the last several months doing just that, establishing who Donald Trump is and what he's done and why he's bad for the country, according to the campaign and many voters. And they're making that ad buy in those 6 states that are the whole ball game. We talk a lot about national polling, but those polls that Mika showed a few minutes ago, that's the story. The story's in Michigan, the story's in Florida, as it always is, the story's in Arizona, the story's in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and North Carolina. That's the ball game, and that's where the Biden campaign is going to focus. I think the Biden campaign also is speaking to something more visceral that has nothing to do with really with policy or stances by either candidate, and that is, do you really want to do this for 4 more years? And I think that's a question that weighs heavily on the country. Do you want to feel like we're in perpetual combat, that every day is the airing of some grievance and then responses from politicians and the public to those grievances? Or do you want to keep moving forward and getting things done? And I think that's a sort of a gut question that a lot of voters are going to answer in November.
Yeah, but those ads, what Biden's doing right now just shows such a stark contrast.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe. Oh, we shall overcome someday.